City leaders are figuring out what priorities they want to present to Minot area lawmakers ahead of the upcoming legislative session. The City Council is weighing its options over roughly half a dozen topics, from flood protection to fire debris cleanup to public transit and, of course, property tax. Kiona Rivera brings us the highlights of their talks.
A Minot area lawmaker said on Friday's City Council meeting that there have been more than 47 bills filed about property tax. As Measure 4 failed, which would have ended certain types of property tax in North Dakota, Council member Mike Blossom says if there will be structural changes, it should come through the legislature. Blossom also said the buy-downs idea has backfired in many ways. He said majority of those who received the primary residence credit didn't even get the full $500.
I think taking out that middleman of the assessed value, whether that's a square footage or other ways of looking at that, I think is something that I would like to see you take a look at. I would love it if we could sit up here and say, okay, our levy for this year is a little over $24 million. Divide that by whatever divisor that you've got, whether it's square footage or whatever that is. You already know your number.
Councilmember Lisa Olson added to this discussion, saying there's a difference with people who cannot pay property tax or those who just don't want to.
I think that there are people who certainly have such a limited income that property taxes, even a small increase, drastically impacts their lifestyle, and they make choices on whether or not they're going to, buy medicine or buy food or new shoes for their kids.
Aside from property tax, Public Transit Superintendent Brian Harinka said with Minot considered urban since the 2020 census, their funds don't cover as much as what they were getting from rural grants.
We're looking at some challenging times moving forward here in Minot, and Fargo's having some of the same issues because their federal funding does not cover the same things it used to do. There's more restrictions on what they can use the money they receive for now.
Harinka said they are looking to get the state to cover more than half of what they need to bring costs down. In Minot, I'm Kiona Rivera reporting for your news leader.
Other topics covered were about exempting personnel records from the open record laws of the state. We'll bring more coverage to that and on the public transit topic this week.